Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and you might have remembered in the last spoiler video we only had 6 cards. Well, we got 3 this time, which means that by the time Monday rolls around, they'll probably just post an empty card frame. But let's jump into it. We've got Elite Spellbinder. It's a 3-cost 3/1 human cleric, and it has flying, and when Elite Spellbinder enters battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. That's not a white ability by any stretch of the imagination. You may exile a non-land card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it. Its owner. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Boy, that went straight from overpowered and color breaking to just underpowered and color breaking. So you're holding the spell hostage for 2. Who cares? I don't like that you get the information of what all the rest of the cards in their hand are in white. I mean, I wouldn't even feel comfortable with that in blue or black, which is where that actually resides. And it's most of the reason they banned Gitaxian Probe, just FYI. They said it was too much information too early and you knew exactly how to shut down your opponent's deck. Well, it's not that severe in Standard, but it's still annoying. Usually by the time the second land drops, I know exactly what they're playing, if they're playing a competitive Tier 1 deck. So, you know, there's that, but still, like, exactly specifically what's in their hand, what was the weakness, what did they mulligan to, what did they keep, you know, are they short on creatures, should I burn my spells earlier, late on removal, you know, that kind of stuff. Now you know how to run the whole game for the next couple turns, which for 3 mana is a little much. I mean, at least it doesn't cost 1 or 2 mana, but still. Now, if this was a 1/1 for 3, nobody would bother playing it, even for that effect, but this is 3 damage in the air for 3 mana. That right off the bat makes it a playable card, no matter what the rest of the deck is. Then you've got Human Cleric. You can throw this right into Black-White Angels deck. It doesn't have lifelink, but it does have Cleric, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, this is going to be a really annoying card. Next up, we've got Rip Apart. You pay 2 and you can choose 1. Rip Apart deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or destroy target artifact or enchantment. Finally, they have a damaging spell that has the artifact enchantment option on it. And since it says enchantment, it can't be mono red. That actually is a rule that, as far as I know, they haven't broken in the history of the game. I know, we're talking about a game where they have white counterspells. The color red cannot remove enchantments. That is a hard rule. So, neat artwork. Next up, we got Venerable Warsinger. And by next, I mean last, because there's only 3. It's a 3-cost Spirit Cleric, Vigilance Trample, 3/3. Nice. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, one of my favorite triggers, you may return target creature card with mana value, which is a new term, X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of damage that it dealt. So the harder you hit them, the bigger the thing that comes out is, which could be like, oh, you've already got a crazy jacked up giant, you know, with equipment boost, whatever, 7/7 Warsinger, and then also you get to resurrect something that has, you know, an immense mana cost. But it has to be, you know, in the graveyard in the first place and whatever. But if it has a self-sacrifice effect, you still can't go infinite, but you could go annoying with it. You could go very high recursion, bring it back every single turn. In fact, I'm just thinking of, you know, the sacrifice it, the 1/1 enchantment, you know, protection one, and then the selfless savior dog. Okay, you hit with this because it has trample, duh, you made it indestructible, then you immediately bring the dog back after sacking it, like, literally that turn. So this is never going to die. If this wasn't part red, this would immediately slot into that deck, and already something needs to be done about that deck. It is unbelievably oppressive to play against that deck. There is almost no way around that loop, and then also it's mono white, so it gains life. And then also Luris. It's just ridiculous. Even a board wipe doesn't stop it. I can't actually name something that stops it other than Blitz or just like 15/15 creatures. I don't know. Death Touch? Not really. Flying Defense? No. Walls? No. Nothing. Nothing stops that deck other than the deck shooting itself in the foot or you just beating it in a speed race. So the fact that they can splash red and have this, utterly ridiculous. Otherwise, nothing really wrong with this card. I mean, I'm all for avoiding mana costs. I hate to say even free casting, because this is a little different. But alternate methods of casting that still take the mana cost into consideration somehow. Then again, didn't work worth a crap with Fires of Invention. That didn't pump the brakes one bit. So you still have to be careful, but yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty fair card. Oh, and as for the Mystic Archive cards, I'm just waiting for them all to come out, which is probably right now. And I'm just going to do like top 10 most expensive, because the only thing you care about with them is the value. None of them are legal and standard, so who cares? So we'll address those in a separate video, and I will see you guys next time.